From the foster care program and homelessness to the Grammy-nominated comedy special, Tiffany Haddish is the force to reckon with. And at the peak of her career, when she has the whole right to go and enjoy and bask in the glory, she goes and paves the way for other people like herself through the comedy and media industry, as well as offering opportunity to someone like you to join her at the Netflix special. Welcome to the TohirT channel. My name is Tahir, and today in this video I will prove to you that you know barely anything about who Tiffany Haddish really is. Let's do this. Tiffany Haddish grinded her way to success for the past 20-something years. She's the definition of that famous phrase, overnight success is years in the making, because look at her back in like Meet the Spartans movie, early 2000s, and draw that line all the way to the Black Mitzva and the Grammy nomination today, or even the Girls Trip breakthrough, which to some of you might seem like it's been a long time ago, but it's only been like 2 to 3 years since she actually gained that international acclaim. And through all of those years, she kept coming back at it. No matter the success, the failures, silent comedy rooms, she kept coming at it and pushing through. From everything that you will read or hear about her, this woman is all about the perseverance. No matter how badly the failures were, she would keep coming back at it. No matter how small the success was, she would still keep coming back at it. This is inspiring for anyone who starts with their passion project and does not see the success right away. For her, it was hard all the way to the point of actually not having a home, living out of her car, and then running into someone special on the back lot of one of those comedy clubs.
I would always pull up like maybe 5 or 10 minutes late so nobody could see my car, because I had all my clothes, everything, suitcases, all in the car. So one day I pull up a little late and he was there like the same exact time. He's like, what the hell going on in here? What's all this? You live in your car? And he was like, well, you can't be sleeping in the car in the streets. He was like, Tiffany, no. And he gave me $300, said, find yourself a place for the week. And then write out a list of goals of what you want to do and start accomplishing those goals. And then I started attacking those goals.
Kevin Hart, whose status as a role model I discussed in this video, definitely gave her a little bit of that nudge and hopefully a restful night in an actual bed. But I do not want to give him all the credit, because she was the one who kept working hard and trying in the comedy clubs, trying in different TV shows, and slowly start seeing more comedy gigs showing up on her calendar. Then moving on to the bigger TV shows like Carmichael's Show, finding herself in the lead or co-lead roles in different movies, and then finally having that breakthrough in the Girls Trip. This was all her hard work, her dedication, her perseverance. And I don't want to make this video sound like me reading off her Wikipedia page. Instead, I want to focus on how now that she's at the peak and sees those fruits of the labor, she actually turns around and starts pulling people with her, giving that opportunity to people who are sitting in their bedrooms, working hard at their craft, off hours after their 9 to 5, and waiting for that opportunity to knock on the door. Tiffany is the one who's knocking.
I am the one who knocks
right now, and she definitely brought some rocket fuel engine to help propel their careers forward.
Was that too much? I'm sorry.
The first route that Tiffany took in giving back was actually something I got exposed to on the Clubhouse out of all places. Yeah. She ended up being one of the first celebrities who Clubhouse invited onto the platform, and she ended up receiving a portion of the company in return for her earlier commitment and helping to drive that audience onto the platform. And yes, if you're curious to learn more about Clubhouse, I have a video about it right over here. But when it comes to Tiffany Haddish herself, there was just a regular Q&A. She was sitting there and literally taking all sorts of random questions from the room, and one of the questions was around her She Ready Foundation. And that caught my ear because I never heard about it before. And the more I learned about it, the more I got excited about the ways by which someone like herself, in her position with her resources, can apply all of that and give back to those who are in need. She Ready Foundation provides the disadvantaged youth from foster care with opportunities to actually settle into the normal course of life and not continuously struggle for it. They do it from something as basic as providing them with the suitcases full of the necessities, something I'm sure Tiffany Haddish knows from her personal experience, being someone who exited the foster care and tried to make it on her own and living out of the car without any place to call home. Just recently, they gave out hundreds of suitcases and gift cards for people to buy all of those necessities in partnership with Cole. And from the following segment, you can clearly tell how personally she wants to be there talking to those foster care kids and making sure they understand that this is just the beginning and there's a lot more for them to accomplish, but she will be there for them throughout that journey.
Someone was telling them all the time that, you know you're special, right? I wouldn't even be here if you wasn't special. You know you're important, right? Because I wouldn't even be talking to you if you wasn't important. You know, the state is making sure that you don't die. They're making sure that you live. They are paying me to protect you because you're important. And if someone said that to them more often, they'd be less likely to be doing the things that they do because they feel like they're not important, because they feel like nobody cares.
If you need to prove to the fact that she's actually active on Clubhouse, this is the room right now, and there she is. Unfortunately, I cannot listen to her right now. I have a video to record.
Was that too much? I'm sorry.
No, she did not stop just with the suitcases. She knows from her own experience that once you actually leave the program, you need to figure out how do you actually gonna support yourself going forward. And now she already has an internship program to help people like herself who are coming out of the foster care to find and land that internship, that opportunity to learn something new. And yes, because she has all the contacts and the respect in the media industry is the one that she's starting with, which I think is brilliant. So many people think that the media production is just about being a director, actor, or maybe like a screenplay writer, but there's so many roles. Like there's that credit roll at the end of the movie for a reason. There are hundreds upon hundreds and thousands of people working on each different movie. And even like mid-sized YouTube channels now have crews of 10, 20, sometimes 40 people working on them. If you don't believe me, check out this quick segment from Matti Haapoja's video, a great YouTuber from Canada. I link his video down in the description below. He goes through and discusses all the various different roles you can find on set of the movie, and those are all the opportunities for you to try out. And if you're part of the program through Tiffany Haddish's organization, well, you're now in luck because you have the backing of that true unicorn behind you.
I really want you guys to see that there's like a world full of different opportunities for you. You don't even need to be good at filmmaking to be part of the filmmaking industry. So that's really cool, I think.
I'll leave the links to Tiffany Haddish's foundation, the internship program down in the description below. Go check them out. Make sure you support her if you can. And well, if you think about today's world, or I guess the 2020, the year when the entire world almost like stood still, Tiffany Haddish kept pushing through. And no, she did not stop with just setting up this foundation.
Was that too much? I'm sorry.
To discuss the next way Tiffany Haddish is making a difference, we first need to discuss how tough stand-up comedy is, and I'll have a broader video about it coming up in a few weeks. So if you're curious to learn my perspective on the stand-up comedy and why I think it's such a beautiful industry when it comes to hardworking people, well, subscribe and stay put. But when it comes to Tiffany Haddish herself, she knows firsthand how hard it is to make it in a stand-up comedy. This woman's been at it since the age of 16, and she's been working hard at polishing up her jokes and making her performance ever better. And if you're a stand-up comedian, no matter how polished your act is, ultimately, if you don't get the right exposure at the right time, you will most likely never make it. And well, Tiffany Haddish decided to address that, and in comes their Ready stand-up special on Netflix.
This season, these comics are veterans, they are professionals at tickling the soul, and I want to give them the kind of shine they deserve. Welcome to They Ready Season 2!
As you watch this series, you will not only have a ton of laughter because these guys are really good. I really enjoyed every single performance that I've seen in the season 2, but you will also learn the darker, so to speak, side of being a stand-up comedian, working hard at it and never seeing that success truly come to you. So realizing how much of a rocket booster it will be for someone like one of these artists, like Kimberly Clark, performing on stage alongside Tiffany Haddish providing her spotlight to her and showcasing to millions of people around the world how funny she is, well, you know that this will set up what will hopefully be a very fruitful career to come. To me, this is one of those examples where people in the position of power, once they achieve that position of power, frequently they just lock themselves in because they're like, listen, rightfully so, I worked my ass off, I've been on this journey for years, I just want to rest and enjoy it. Where someone like Tiffany is saying, no, I will not rest and enjoy it. Now I'm gonna go pull back up all those other artists who I think are great but might not make it. So I need to make sure they have the platform to achieve the success that they truly deserve. I appreciate her for who she is. And yes, I think she's a true black unicorn.
Was that too much? I'm sorry.
Did you know about this side of Tiffany Haddish? Do you plan to apply for her internship or support She Ready Foundation? And which one of the comics on the Netflix special They Ready was your favorite? Share your thoughts and ideas in the section below. Tiffany Haddish shares her personal story and her struggles, and by that she inspires other people from a similar background like hers to achieve their dreams. Tiffany Haddish goes on to produce specials and work on media projects to help other comedians like herself find their place in that industry. And with all of the plethora of media projects that she's working on and different startups like Clubhouse that she's now participating in, this woman is true force to reckon with, and I'm so excited to see that after 20 plus years of all that hard work and struggle, she finally sees the fruits of the labor coming to her, and I'm excited to see what she will be up to next. And well, I'm next here back on next Saturday. Where else would I be? I'm here every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, on this very channel. If you enjoy this content, please like, hit the subscribe button. Here are a couple of videos from my channel for you to continue watching, and well, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.